give us an overall view of what do you think interpersonal boundaries are?
Boundaries are beautiful. The problem with the Indian context is we have never understood the importance of space and freedom. The beauty of a relationship lies in the boundary. Bachpan se nobody has taught us that this is the space which is we have to maintain from our siblings, from our parents, because we've not seen it. So we are all products of whether a wounded or a healed relationship. And that is what we actually take on forward with us when we get into a relationship, when we want to get married, be in love, find love, start a relationship. We usually carry a lot of past burden of either our parents or the siblings that we have had or the relationships that we have seen. And we try to either mend those mistakes in our relationship. We sometimes don't even know they don't exist in our relationship. But we try to be so overcautious with so many of other examples that we fail to understand that this may not work for our relationship or this will work for our relationship because we are associating ourselves with the examples that we have seen.
So we all lived in joint families and we are moving to nuclear family system. So what were the boundaries then?
They were very fluid. I completely agree with the fact because I think we were never told or we were never expressed or we were never given the understanding to decide what we like and what we don't like. Especially in an arranged marriage system, it was always ki shaadi karke jana hai to compromise is the only word that was taught to us.
Absolutely.
Compromise is important. It is important, but not to the level where aapki self-respect niche jaye. Sometimes you have to give the relationship a space. You have to let go. You have to take the situation in control rather than आपकी ego को control में लेके आने के लिए. Absolutely. So that is always there. But this is what happens कि ये जो when we try and understand कि how are we behaving because of our past experiences with the relationships that we have seen. So commitment issue, compromise हमेशा से हमको सिखाया जाता है कि compromise ही करना है. Compromise is the key. So वो बहुत fluid था. The understanding of likes and dislikes were never discussed.
Yes.
To an extent.
Or at least we could never really speak about them. Like we
could never speak about them.
Yeah. Never encouraged to say that I don't like this person and why I don't like this person. And then boom.
Forget person. It's also about your personal choices. Whether I like to eat, for example, pani puri, or whether it's my husband's or it's my wife's choice. It's always like that. The common ground is never there because relationships are built on these small instances and these small examples rather than taking only larger decisions of life. Okay, you can work or we'll have children at this point of time or this is the holiday that we are planning. No, the relationships are always built on the smaller things in life.
Yes.
So
absolutely.
when you communicate these small things, tell them that this is what you like, this is what you don't like, this is how you wish to live your life, this is what your personal space is.
Can you share some common incidents and phases in a relationship where couples, whether you're married, not married, where they need to establish boundaries?
There are 5 types of boundaries that we all need to identify and we need to set those boundaries. Financial boundaries. When we are in a relationship, it is extremely important that finances play a major role when it comes to, a lot of times in the Indian context, we have seen joint accounts. Okay, now I'm married and I would want to have a joint account, which is fine. It is absolutely up to your understanding. But somewhere down the line, the finances, if you are working, if you are not working, the finances play a very important role. So second is your physical boundary. When you talk about physical boundary, your personal space. How would you want to be touched? It's very important कि आप affection show कर रहे हो, which is fine. But कब show करनी है, कहाँ show करनी है? Is it okay for you to show affection? Whether do you like public display of affection? Whether you would want to kiss in public? Whether you would want to hold hands in public? All these things need to be defined. Sexual boundaries. Just because you are a couple, you are in a relationship, it's important that you define the boundaries that, okay, I want to have sex now or I don't want to have sex now. You So I mean, it's important that everybody understands the respect when we talk about boundaries.
Absolutely.
Intellectual boundaries. When I talk about
Mm-hmm.
intellectual boundaries, everything to do with your belief system and your value system. Whether you want to talk about, whether you support a decision, whether you support a particular religion, whether you support a particular guru, whatever. It's your personal space, your intellectual boundary that this is what I want to talk about, this is what I like to engage in, these are the conversations I want to like get involved in, and this is what I don't want to get involved in, which is fine. You need to respect that. Emotional boundary. When I talk about emotional boundary, let's assume हमारा झगड़ा हुआ है. Maybe I need time out. Maybe I don't. You come to me, say sorry, you want to mend things, but maybe I'm not looking you to fix things at that point of time. I just want to spend time with myself. I'm fine. But constantly when you come and talk about it, kya hua, sorry, it doesn't work like that, you know.
Yeah,
You need
मैं
to
इतने बार
respect.
सॉरी बोल रही हूँ, तुम मान क्यों नहीं रही हो, या तुम मान क्यों नहीं रहे हो?
मान क्यों नहीं रहे हो? Yeah, I mean, you need to. That's why I always say, post a fight, just stop talking to each other for a while. Everything will fall in place. But the problem is, we want to fix everything there and then. It is not
That
okay.
is such a relevant point. We want to fix everything then and there. We don't
Yeah.
allow time to pass. We don't allow ourselves to be a little more calmer or to be more practical or to think neutrally.
Yes.
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 Also, isn't emotional boundary a lot about emotional abuse?
Absolutely. See, boundaries are everything to honor your respect. As you rightly started the conversation by saying somebody wants to take control of you, that is where the unhealthy boundary starts. You know, like for example, in a relationship, if we want to put examples, we can say that I'm okay with each of us following each other on social media, but maybe I'm not okay with sharing passwords. You know, I'm okay with you kissing me, touching me, but I'm not okay doing that in public. You know, so these are the various boundaries that we need to define emotionally, that you will not disrespect me, mistreat me in front of everyone, in front of somebody. But if you want to point out a fact to me, or you want to point out something which you feel should not have been there, I will be openly accepting to it once you have a healthy conversation and communication with me, when the time is right and the way of communicating. I always say communication is not about what you are communicating, but how you are communicating. Your how in communication is very, very important. So this, I think, is very important, that we all realize that there are multiple layers to a relationship. There are multiple factors that collectively come together to form a relationship. And sometimes it is important for us to understand that relationships need to, if वो line है ना, through thick and thin, I'll be there with you through thick and thin, the commitment level. That commitment level is not about you or me. That commitment level is towards the relationship. So how are you committed towards your relationship? Not your egos, not your righteousness, not मैं सही हूँ, तुम सही हो, but where do you see your relationship going forward?
What is the best way to initiate a conversation with your partner or with a friend with whom you want to set boundaries without actually upsetting?
That's a beautiful question, actually. See, we all need to understand change is constant. So when we maybe started a relationship, we were okay with the idea of understanding amongst couple that this is the frequency of sex we want to have, or this is what our sexual boundaries are. But as she rightly said that, you know, she has evolved, or now her needs are different and she doesn't feel the need to indulge into sexual pleasure. From time to time, as the relationship matures, it's important and healthy for couples to discuss whatever the evolvement of a person is. If you have had a conversation before where you have initially set boundaries, where you have spoken about what would you like, what would you dislike, how clear were you at the first time when you were communicating something? See, the problem is, जैसे हमने शुरू किया conversation, हम लोग शायद नॉन वर्बली अपनी बाउंड्री सेट करते हैं कभी कभी. I'm going to put a little technical term here. You have to be very careful with the 4 T's when you're communicating something, which is tone, technicality, truth, and timing.
Yes.
How are you communicating? So when you talk about these 4 T's, and this is like a magic solution to everything, wherever you are communicating. So if you want to chhedo this topic immediately where the person is in the mood to have sex, it's a blunder. You need to, because
so the
then
timing is
it's going to
important.
result.
Yeah.
It's very important. You have to talk about it when the person is calm, composed, free, there's no tension, there's no stress. Because हमारी टेंडेंसी ऐसी होती है, कोई भी रिलेशनशिप हो, घर हो, कहीं पे भी हो, इट इज ऑलवेज कि जब कोई चीज हमको चिढ़ती है तब हम उसके बारे में बात करते हैं, हम आगे पीछे उसके बारे में बात नहीं करते.
That's true. सुबह सुबह एक कप चाय के साथ बात कर ले अगर when you come.
Exactly. Yeah, and then you have to start that, I would like to discuss something. You may like it, you may not like it. But I think it's important that since we are in the relationship and we are mature adults, we've been together, we've seen so much, we've been with each other through thick and thin. But I think our relationship has matured and so has our relationship evolved. And we have discussed certain things and I would like to discuss certain things more. Just listen to me with an open mind. Think about it. We can obviously discuss it later. But this is something that I want to talk about it. And then you put your point across. And of course, conversation, discussion, plus, minus to hota hi hai. But the way to communicate is extremely important.
Will it work if you take a conversation which has gravitas, something which is important that you need to discuss, not have it in your bedroom, but actually take it outside your house? I mean, for people here who have children, or, when you have 100 things going on in the house, can you go to a nice coffee shop? Of course not now, once the COVID thing is over. Is it good to go and also pick a place and a time when you're less likely to be disturbed? Maybe put your phone on silent and kind of have the conversation, give the value and give the importance and the respect it deserves. So is it a good idea to take it out from the usual?
Absolutely. Because the environment where we are in 24/7 definitely gives takes a toll.
Vibrations.
Actually. Yeah. There are certain vibrations which are not okay. Either there could be disturbances, there could be 10 things, there could be phone ringing, there could be children crying, there could be dhobi ringing the bell, whatever. But when you are outside an environment which is not your comfort zone, but a pleasant zone, the mind actually starts working in a positive direction. Because it gives that vibration, it gives that energy, it gives more importance. It makes both of you understand that this is a very important point and we've come out to discuss this because it is going to add more value to us in our relationship.